I'm in a different place. You're in a different place, but it's the same show, and we're doing the same old thing because we don't learn no better. It's your boy, Lego Master Champion Corey, and your boy, Mel Brown. Lego Master Mel Brown. We here, pardon the brick ruption. We are in two different places. I'm not even in the country. So, bro, I gotta be careful what I talk about because I may not be able to get back in if I
You might
talk.
not be able to get back in. Yeah, they might revoke your visa.
U.S. citizen. That might not mean nothing. I gotta be careful how I talk.
Very much so. You shouldn't be hanging with me then if you're out of stateside,
Oh,
you
man.
might not be able to get back in if you hanging with me.
Listen, man. I'm in one of the nicest countries in the world,
Hmm.
Canada. I don't want no problems, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Out here, we're gonna be doing a keynote tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gonna be talking about the Lego Master impact on the
Okay.
Lego community. So
Okay.
hopefully I could get some content. Hopefully the next part of Brick Ruption, we could talk a little bit more about that after I've
Yeah.
delivered it. But I'm excited. It's a nice little setup they got going on here. Beautiful mocks. I saw the hall earlier today. They was getting some stuff set up. So Simone de la Bricks. That's the
Okay.
name of the that's the name of it. So Brick Summit in English.
Okay.
Uh, so I'm excited, man. This is
Yeah.
what we here for.
You showed me something earlier. You showed me something earlier where your hotel, your little fancy hotel, had a Mac right there. You got an iMac right there, but the mouse wasn't a Mac. It was a PC. So what my man Jay Z say? Ain't no manicures on board. You better switch your plane. You better switch that hotel, man.
listen, listen, man. The bed looks nice and neat. The door can lock. I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here, man. I'm staying right here. I need to. Yeah, I'm staying right here. I'm only here for one night, man. I'm only here for one night.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Oh
All
man.
right. All right. First up, here back. The Master Gallery. What do you think about that, friend?
Okay. So the Master Gallery. So it is a lifelong dream for any Lego builder, any person who builds mocks for a
Hmm.
living, to get recognition by your peers. That's why you build them, you put them at the different conventions. You get on a show called Lego Masters, you go
Yes.
on there, you do your thing, you showcase your talent. But at
Yes.
the end of the day, there's one place where you get the biggest recognition of them all, and that is the Master Gallery at Denmark, Lego Masters headquarters, Billund. So this year, we have a new class of builders who have put in a lot of the great stuff. Big shout outs to the Brothers Brick. They did an excellent spread on the different builders who were able to get their work in there. And, as much as I love all the builders and all the good stuff, I'm going to take a little bit of time and I'm just going to talk about one particular builder that got his
Yes.
stuff inside of that gallery. He represents us. He represents Lego Masters, and that is my man Ian. Liam
Ian.
was
Yes, that was huge. That was huge.
yeah, Ian got his stuff inside the gallery. A couple of his work is in there. It is
Okay.
amazing to see where this kid started from back in the early 2020s and where he is now. His stuff is in the gallery. He just won Lego Masters. He's doing big things, man. But
Yes.
there's a lot of great stuff in that gallery. So I'm honest, I'm very impressed and I'm encouraged.
Yes. Yeah, man. Shout out to Ian. Man, coming off for Lego Masters, and then you get your stuff, you put your stuff together, and you go ahead over to scale back, and you're in the Master Gallery. That owl is awesome, and even the sloth he's got behind the desk, that was one of my faves too, man.
Hmm.
I you go to another artist, Pam Henry. I knew her from Oregon. Her dollhouse, it was awesome. But I think the one that stands out to me is I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find a picture. I just had it. The one where it was the one where the artist had the picture of, I think it was the Day of the Dead, and
Mm,
it was two mosaics that was just popping out of the frame, man.
yeah, I can tell you right now. All right, that is from, and I'm probably going to say his name wrong. He's from Mexico. His
Okay.
name is Geraldo Patea,
Okay.
Patir. And I think I may have butchered that, but his handle is Batir underscore art bricks.
Okay.
Batir underscore art bricks. He is an artist. He is an artist from Lego. Sorry, an artist from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's a violinist. He is the LSWGC 2000s World Building Champion.
Wow.
So he's a just certified Lego LSP. He has a lot of credentials here that I have never heard of.
Is a certified, recognized certified Lego builder.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the level that this guy's on.
Oh, so I guess we ain't nothing then. That's
Yeah.
is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay,
Pretty
we ain't nothing.
much.
We
You're a piece of nothing. Like a piece of, you ain't the whole nothing. You're a piece of nothing.
you're a piece of.
Not even nothing yet. You just a piece of
Uh, but yeah, his so that his that's his work. He was actually performing at the Lego house with
nothing.
a Lego violin. So him
Yes.
and another person was doing some violin work, and yeah, these two pieces of art, it
Mhm.
is just absolutely sublime. And this is the type of art that a lot of people are getting into now, the greeble, where
Yeah.
you're not building flat, you're building different surfaces, and you're
Mhm.
allowing the color and the depth of that color to bring out different just different forms in the actual art piece, so where your
Yes.
eye is bringing it all together. But man, the two pieces of work that he submitted, that Dawn
Yeah.
of the Dead,
Like the
that
angel that's playing the violin, so that makes sense for him to play the violin like that.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
he is well rounded, like an Aristotle, like
hmm
a guy of many talents, right?
yeah, yeah,
And man, this it's just amazing that he's got a, he just, you do a mosaic portrait, but then you do it 3D where you're not using just regular tiles or just one by ones. But he takes it a step further by making this picture pop out of the frame, and that is the optical illusion that you got me captured. So I'm
yeah.
all over it.
It's again, this is a gorgeous piece of artwork. I've seen people, they took pictures close up, and when you look at it close up, it's like the for your as an artist, the amount of detail and the amount of time it took you to create something like this deserves
Mhm.
to be in this masterpiece gallery, along with all the other people who are in this gallery. There's a lot of great pieces of work in this gallery, a lot of great work. I think they said this year
Mhm.
is the most countries represented in this year's gallery.
Yeah.
These from people from all over the world, and they had the most this year. So big shout out to everybody who had their pieces installed in the Lego gallery. You guys deserved it.
Yes, yes. Well done. Well done. That is an accomplishment for sure.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of accomplishments, let's get on to this. Is it the end of an era? Now, Brick Fair, Virginia
Mhm.
has been a staple for years,
Mm.
years in the Lego community. I see people who got badges that says Brick Fair, Virginia
Mhm.
2000.
Mhm.
It's been around for some time.
Yeah.
Um, could it be that maybe it's expanding to the point that maybe the Dulles Expo Center can't hold all this stuff, can't hold all this Lego goodness?
Yeah.
So maybe they're moving, but it looks like if they're moving, that building has already decided to move on anyway, because it looks like IKEA is going to be the next Listen, I'm not rushing to no IKEA to look at no IKEA furniture at the Dulles Expo Center, but it
Uh,
looks like that's what's going to be happening, man. You, this is your baby. This is kind of your home turf, your back door, man. How do you feel about that, man?
oh man, it feels so surreal because I'm gonna tell you, this is the first Lego convention that I ever displayed at. Right,
Mm.
the first one I ever displayed at, and in that year that displayed there by myself, I look over to my right and there's Jermaine,
Yeah.
for Lego Masters. Never knew Jermaine,
Hmm.
and that's where I met Jermaine. And so yeah, it's sad, man, because it's like at one point you just alluded to it, is that I think BrickFair Virginia is so big now where that they are busting through the seams. There's no more room to put anybody at this point. There's no room. You can't go get another room because they're
Nope.
wall to wall in this whole convention. And so, and at this point is that I don't know how many conventions are held there at the Expo Center, but there's quite a few.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it's more lucrative to sell this place to somebody like IKEA. It's sad because it's like, man, like well, what's going to happen to Brick Fair Virginia? Brick Fair Virginia will still live because there's a second show. There's a show that he has that's in Virginia that's a little bit earlier in the year, and so
Mhm.
maybe so that like he he either like changes the date on the I guess the southern show, which
Isn't
is
it? What's that? Frederick?
Fredericksburg. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
Fredericksburg. Yep, which is a little bit further south.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and so maybe he changes the date for and have it at Fredericksburg. Now Fredericksburg is a little bit smaller than the Dulles Expo Center, so or you just change the venue and you keep the same date and you change the venue, but that'll be tough. So it'll be a wonder what Todd will do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it is a big blow to the community because at a certain point, like people, this is a show that people would go to.
Yeah. And people get used to things. People, excuse me. People don't like to change things up, right?
Mhm.
Um, for example, I'm out here in this location,
Yeah,
and I hear people murmuring. They're like, "Yo, last year we were in a different location. It was closer to home for me.
yeah,
I got to drive an hour to display." Some people don't want to drive extra. Listen, they got this marked on the calendar. Like, all right, we know that this weekend right here is dedicated to this, and we know how far we're going. We know
yeah,
what we can bring. So I think it's. I mean, it's going to be hard because you're gonna have to move. But one thing about this Lego community that I've noticed, man, is that when people are dedicated to a convention,
hmm
they'll just get up and move. They ain't gonna have no problem. So I
yeah.
don't think it's gonna be no problem.
But the location is like, what would be the next location? DC is very close. People in Charm City Lug was kicking it around on the Discord,
Right.
and they were saying like, what locations would it be? Maybe it get moved to Maryland. Maybe it moved. There's a lot of conventions in Maryland, right? Convention
Hmm.
halls in Maryland, and expo centers in Maryland. So maybe it get moved to Maryland, or maybe it hangs around in the DC area and still be called Brick Fair, Virginia. But the thing about it is with the DC area is that like there's certain restrictions on certain expos and stuff like that that probably wouldn't mesh well. And then parking in DC is a nightmare, friend. It's a nightmare.
I was gonna say something, but again, I want to get back into the country. So, uh, listen, at the end of the day, whatever you guys decide to do, Todd, you're gonna have. I'll be there if it works with my schedule. I'll be there, man. But let's not do it in DC.
No, no, stay out of DC. Stay out of there.
Yeah, DC.
Stay
It's
out.
a little too
Bad
hot.
for your pockets. Yep, yep, bad for the pockets. Unless you want the National Guard walking through.
If anybody's watching this, I
Right,
didn't say
you better
that.
wait. You better mute your mic. You mute
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
your mic. Paying extra for the Fuego fake Lego. Would you do it, Corey? Would you pay extra for some fake Lego?
So I don't know if you know this, but a couple years ago, 2020, there was a show that premiered on Fox February 5th, which was called Lego Masters.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know that show because you was on it.
Yeah.
And then Christmas time, holiday season 2024, your boy was on Lego Masters again. He won that cup.
Yes.
So, I got the official title of Lego Master Champion.
Yes.
That being said, you will never catch me, Corey Samuels, buying Frego for any price.
No Fuego.
Nothing. Nothing. Not even if they put the Frego in my hand. At one point,
It's kryptonite.
it's gonna be quick. Call me. Listen, call me frugal.
Uh-huh.
Before it was one thing. Now, as much as Lego be kicking my back in sometimes, be forgetting who I am sometimes, and it's all right. I ain't gonna make that move, man, and buy no Frego that looks like Lego. Got the red logo on the top, and you look closely. Wait a minute, that don't even say LEG. That says something. Listen, man, you will never catch me doing that, man. But would you do that? That's the real question.
Oh, I hate you for asking me that.
Inquisitive minds.
Yeah, I bought some Fuego. Like the only reason why I bought it was because it was not available in the real Lego, right? And I was probably too lazy to really make it myself.
Oh man.
The only reason I bought some Fuego, right? Like the Castle Grayskull. It was Mega Constructs. What you want from me, man? Like it was the Castle Grayskull. It was the Castle Grayskull.
Listen, man, if you wanted that Castle Grayskull, I remember that this guy right here was on Lego Masters Bricktacular Holiday Special, and they said, "Yo, Mel, do you want some redemption?" Yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and build this bridge. Did you need instructions to build that bridge? No. Did you need to buy no Frego to build that bridge? Nah. You could have built that daggone set. I want to hear it.
Look,
I want to hear it.
I didn't pay extra though. Like I ain't pay extra. This dude right here, noob Lego and video game reviews. Yeah, you sound like a noob. He puts it on his dude's got like almost 400 views on it, right? And so he bought some Lego Minions, some Disney, like the Minions. But here's the thing, Lego makes Minions. Like they got sets with the Minions in them that you build. And so he decided to buy Fuego Minions. How do you say fake Minions?
Funyuns.
It's Funyuns.
Funyuns.
Funyuns. He bought some Funyuns.
He bought some Funyuns.
Funyuns, but then he paid a lot of money for it on an eBay site, and the box was all smashed up like it went through UPS. You deserve that, sir. You deserve. Let me tell you, you deserve that.
They put that. They just brought it to the U.S. Postal Service, slapped the tag on it. They ain't put no box, no cushion, no bubble wrap.
They dropped it off at the WWE and they suplexed that box a couple times and then they sent it to him.
Yeah. Because they know what was up. They know the game. They're like, what's this dude doing?
I'm telling you, this thing was probably so FUBAR, 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 that you get to the end of his video, he doesn't even open the box. You know why? Probably because it's all broken up.
He disgusted.
Yeah, they all broken up. Them pieces are probably all broken up, bro. And he probably was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut it right here. And this is what I'm gonna show.
Some of the pieces are probably cardboard that they just painted yellow, man. Oh my gosh, yo! Listen, man. What's this dude's name again? What you say his name was?
Noob. He looked like a noob. Noob Lego and video game reviews.
All right, listen, Noob Lego, man. Let me talk to you directly, brother. Let me talk to you directly, man. All right, man. There's a Lego set that's 8 plus, and the number for that set is 75551, and that is Minions: The Rise of Gru. All right,
Mm-hmm.
876 pieces, man.
Mm-hmm. He know.
Listen, man, if you reach out, I will buy you that set. I will buy you that set, and I will send it to you myself. All right. Now I want you to go ahead and you crack that set open. I want you to build that daggone set, and I want you to tag us in it. Tag me, tag Mel, tag Pardon the Brickruption on the Iceberg Bricks Network channel. I will buy you that. I will give you 30 days to reach out. I'll give you 30 days to reach out, brother.
You better hurry up, noob. You better hurry up. You got 29. 29 days. 29 now. 29.
Reach out. I will buy you that. I will buy you that joint. I will buy you that joint. Disgusting, man. She just turned my stomach, bro. They just turned my stomach. Oh man. All right, man.
They suplex that box. I was looking at that joint. That joint had creases in it. Oh.
Man, whoever sent them that thing didn't care. They didn't care about them.
Hey, it's fake, man. Thanks for the money.
Thanks for money, sucker. Sucker. All right, man. Speaking of suckers, man, you know what? There was a classic movie. I'm gonna get you, sucker. You know that was a good joke. You know that was a movie about black superheroes in Harlem. You know, walking around. You know, we had Blank Man. You know, we had Media Man. You know, we get into the comic books, man. You have Blue Marvel, right? You have Blade out here.
Mm-hmm.
Question that I got for you, man. The last time we had a big time superhero that was created in a Lego form, man. Man, you probably gonna be mad about this, man. It wasn't Black Panther, bro. It wasn't Black Panther. It was the Falcon as Captain America. That was the last set that we got.
Yeah.
That was that was it, man. But
it was early this year, though. It was early this year because that movie came out early this year.
It did, but you know what?
Recent.
It's already on sale. Those things already on sale. And that means that it didn't do so good. So
why? And I don't mean to interrupt you in mid thought, but why do you think that the black Lego sets like the Falcon, Black Panther, why aren't these sets selling? Like why aren't they blockbuster?
That's a very loaded question. And again, I am in Canada and I want to get back to America, man.
Well, I wait to air this after you get on the flight, man. They might.
All right. Listen, man.
I'm the scout side. I won't air it to you, but once you say you're back on U.S. soil,
I'm on U.S. soil. Listen, man. This is the honest to God truth, man. We live in a society where, at one point, people were ready for black superheroes to get that lead role for the longest time, and we're only talking about like comic book stuff right now, right? For the longest time, some of the big superheroes, Iron Man, Captain America, they had sidekicks, but they were black. They were black sidekicks, right? War Machine was a black guy, Falcon, black guy, right? So, you look at, which superhero has really broken that mold, and it was Black Panther. Black Panther was the only superhero that really broke that mold for black people, a black king of an African country that was superior in every way. That was huge. A lot of people didn't like that. It's hindering Hollywood and other entities to really promote black superheroes, black excellence. If you know anything about your comic books, Blue Marvel was one of the most powerful superheroes, that came out. And we've yet to even hear his name uttered in the halls of Marvel. Spawn is a great superhero, black superhero, but guess what? He's covered in demonic stuff.
It was the second. It was like the second or first Marvel movie. I'm gonna tell you, Spawn was. There was Blade. And then what's
Blade. Hmm. And if you just watch, so I'm a big fan of Marvel. They had a thing, Marvel Zombies, and one of the breakout stars in Marvel Zombies was Blade,
yeah,
uh, who was illustrated to look like Mahershala Ali,
yeah.
and he's been rumored to be the next Blade, but his movie has been put on the shelf. I wonder why. And a successful black
But
actor.
in lieu to, you need to watch Marvel Zombies. I don't want to spoil it for you, but you need to watch Marvel Zombies. So
I
you
did.
can you did.
I did. Listen, the way he took care of Ghost. I'm like Marvel. What else do you need? What else do you need? What else do you need? Like the way you took care of Ghost,
Yeah,
bro. And that's the truth, man. I mean,
yeah,
and you look at Lego as a company.
yeah,
Lego is in it to make money. Right?
yeah,
They want to
uh-huh.
make money. That's what every company is there to do. You want to make
Yeah,
money. Can you make money promoting black superheroes? No, you can't. And
mm-mm.
that's the reality of it. If there's no
Yeah,
movie coming out, you're not going to see them promoting any black superheroes. You're not going to see them coming out
yeah,
with sets that's only talking about a black community, right?
yeah,
You don't see that with the city sets. You
yeah.
don't see that with anything that they put out.
Hmm.
Star Wars, you don't see that with the Star Wars sets, one of the most popular sets. You don't see that with Harry Potter. There's no black kids in Harry Potter. Well, I'm assuming there's a few, but you don't see them as the star role.
Yeah.
Even Wicked. Wicked was really good, played by a black actress, the witch. But what color is she?
Is
She
she
green.
green? Yeah.
So I mean, you just look at these things. I mean, let's be honest. The black community is not spending money on Lego.
Yeah.
It's not spending money on Lego.
That's true.
So why cater to a community that you have no guarantee that they're going to be spending money for you? They did that for kind of for Black Panther,
Yeah.
because that was a way for us to support the culture, not necessarily the community. But I mean, and again, we don't sit at the table, and that's one of the biggest problems. We
Yeah.
don't sit at the table. So we don't even know what kind of conversations Lego is having as it relates to black people, as it relates to black superheroes,
Yeah.
as it relates to what can we create that will cater to this segment of our demographic.
I would tell you, man, I would love if somebody asked me, hey, look, would you ever work for Lego? Yeah, I would love to work for Lego as maybe a marketing think tank team, as far as cultures and ethics and cultures and stuff like that, and then
Hmm.
trying to build up to either cater to different demographics throughout the global, this global system we got. I would love to be a part of that team.
Right.
Um, in a perfect world, I would get that job, but the world ain't perfect, and nobody's knocking down my door and say, "Hey, apply for this job." Um, and so even if I apply for it, I'd probably be told no. So, but with this, it usher in where like you get the pushback from the Captain America. They tell the Captain America story. You're a little boy, I'm a little boy. You see the Wonder Bread looking, soldier as Captain America. I accepted that. You accepted that. I love the guy. And then they tell the stories that Stan Lee had wrote, but he put on a shelf. And then they tell the stories that, oh, okay, well, Steve Rogers wasn't the first Captain America. Isaiah
Mhm.
Bradley was as an experiment and blah blah blah,
Right.
and they didn't like that. And then even when they introduced Isaiah Bradley into the Marvel Cinematic, oh, he was locked up. They locked him up and they put him away.
But not to cut you,
I'm
not to
like,
cut
what?
you,
Like,
but you know why? It's uncomfortable, and that's because it's based off of real events. Steve Ditko and Stan Lee, both Jewish men,
mm-hmm,
so they already have a history of oppression that they know that they felt during the Nazi days. So when they want to tell those stories about you know heroes in America, they also
mm-hmm.
have to shine a light on the darkness of America.
Yeah,
That's what they did.
yeah,
And we can appreciate the stories because we have lived that truth.
I think
While
I think I think at that point where you separate the two is that's a Danish company, and I hate to say that that's a Danish company. Not to say that they don't know what happens over here in the U.S.,
yeah,
but at the same point, I wouldn't expect them to know what it's like to be a Black American and you're Danish, right?
right,
Um, and at the same time, I'm not saying that we're in poverty, we're at the bottom of the chain, is because I don't view my life like that. But at the same time, it's hard to market a black superhero and then on top of that, turn it into Lego and have the Lego culture, the Lego people, buy or sell out on the first day this black culture or a black superhero such as the Black Panther or the new Captain America. Did you know that they are in the comic books, they are going back to rewrite Steve Rogers' story as Captain America. They went ahead and revised the Captain America
mm,
um and one, and they're telling the Steve Rogers story all over again, just to trying to turn the page back,
mhm,
because Captain America series was losing fans because
yeah,
and
political,
I don't and I want to say, like, I want to say, man, it's a shame, or I'm upset, or I feel bad about it. Nah, Corey, I expect it. I expect that because people tend to flock towards the norm,
right,
and the norm is that Captain America is Steve Rogers. They've
yeah,
been telling the story for years, and that's the way it's always going to be. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. It depends on what side of the coin you on.
right. Here's the thing too, man, and I'm not going to kick dirt on Lego because I
No,
believe Lego is only allowed to do a certain amount of stuff within their bubble. And what I mean by that, if the industry is not pushing a black superhero, how can Lego do it?
right?
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like right now, like because I'm looking ahead, the only other black superhero that I see that could have a potential of being, the next hero outside of Blade possibly
Hmm.
is John Stewart in Green Lantern.
Hmm.
Now, uh, DC is coming out with a Green Lantern miniseries and is going to feature John Stewart. Now, John Stewart, a lot of young kids knows John Stewart, Green Lantern. They don't know Hal Jordan as Green Lantern. They kind of know Guy Gardner because of the recent Superman movie,
Yeah.
but John Stewart was the Green Lantern.
Right.
So if they do this right, if DC does this right, which I believe they can, because when it comes to James Gunn, I feel like James Gunn knows what he's doing. If they do that, then maybe Lego can have that black superhero, could try it again with
Hmm.
Green Lantern, maybe.
Yeah.
But am I holding my breath? I can't hold my breath for too
And
long.
I want one. I want some. And even if it's not a superhero, give me some black culture Lego sets. Like, give me some black culture Lego sets, right? And like, just how they're doing with the Day of the Dead and stuff like that. We had the jazz quartet. That was great. That was black music history, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that if they even stuck with just black music history, right? Give us a jazz saxophone, right? Give us a trumpet, right? Maybe a small drum set or something like that. And I think that along that line, I personally would be happy because you are including the culture, right? You some way you include culture. So maybe not so much a black superhero, but maybe some black culture with the music, stuff like that.
Nike.
That's
Look what they're doing with Nike. They got the black basketball star Slam Duncan, right? You got dunks.
So I could say a lot about that, right? But I don't want to seem bitter.
Okay.
Like I could say a lot. I mean, but all right. If we being colorful here, they act like white people don't know how to dunk or play basketball. White people been playing basketball and dunking way long since when that game was invented. Like, that game was invented, and white people were doing that. They act like this it's a brand new thing. Nah, you've been doing that. You've
Yeah.
been doing it.
That's
So
true.
like, and for them to have, like you said, they make the black figure with black figure sitting there dunking and stuff like that. Like black people ain't the only one that wear Nike sneakers, and dunks are for skaters and not basketball players.
So you're saying
So
you want something a little bit more, black.
yeah, I don't think that Nike set, is towards black people, because if it is, you're on two different spectrums. Dunks, the like you say, and dunks, the dunks shoe isn't a basketball shoe; it's a skater shoe. It's a low top.
Hmm. Last time I checked, Tony Hawk, he's one of the most famous skaters of all time. He ain't a black dude. So I
So
mean,
Lego marketing and I get it. It's selling, right? It's selling, but it has no, what's that? It has no context. There's no context to it because it's not real. You will never see a basketball player wear, like an NBA basketball player wear a pair of dunks, because that's not a basketball shoe.
that's true.
Now, maybe grandma bought you a pair of dunks, and that's the only pair of shoe that you had, and you went to the playground and you played in them because that's what grandma bought you. But if you're playing a regulation game of basketball, you are not wearing those shoes.
The ankles are going to be toe up from the flow up. I thought Lego was doing good when they came out with the Adidas.
Hmm.
It seemed like that they brought out the shell toes. It seemed like that they were leaning, and then they got that deal with Complex, and they had Sarita and Randall come out and do their thing.
Yeah,
What that was the direction that we were going. Like, yeah, you don't have to, you don't gotta say we're black, we're supporting black people. No, we're not
right.
asking you to do that. Y'all don't make a big huff when it comes to Ninjago, and
Mm,
yet still people who watch Ninjago know that is an Asian centric cartoon.
yeah, yeah,
Mind, and kids love it, but it's
yeah,
also paying homage to the Asian culture.
right.
We don't have that on our side now. That's
Ninjaga's a little washed a little bit too, but I mean, just so it sells.
it still sells, man. They got you go to Legoland, there is a section for Ninjago at
It
Lego.
is. It is. It is. It is. It sells. It sells pretty damn good. It does. It sell good.
So
But here's the thing: is like, if Corey, if you were in marketing today, right,
yeah.
and Lego came to you and said, "Hey, look, here's your project. Make us a new line that's black culture that we could sell like Ninjago." What would it be?
If I was to do it, I would think about um I would think about probably looking into the Caribbean culture. And the only
Hmm.
reason why I say that is because you can't do Africa because people's going to connect it to slavery. And you can't do the streets because people's going to connect that to rap music, and you're pandering to black people to get their money. So
Hmm.
you need to go to a culture that you can have different types of story. Pirates of the Caribbean is not a story of the Caribbean per se,
Nah.
but there's a way you can easily make it the next what was it, Pirates set,
Hmm.
but you get like sea adventures
Yeah.
where all the main characters are black people, and they're in the Caribbean. You can make ships and all that stuff like that. You can have an antagonist. You can have a black pirate as the antagonist. You can
Hmm.
create a whole entire new world,
Yeah.
from there. Or maybe even do something different.
Mm.
There's that's the whole thing with Lego. You guys are not restricted to do anything in a box. Your entire persona is taking items out of the box and building whatever you want. So that's exactly what you could do, Lego. And you know what? We're talking about it right now, but you know who's not talking about it? The overall black community in Lego.
Yeah. And you know what? I gotta say that.
Lego ain't gonna do it.
And I gotta say, like, I've been lately, I'm gonna tell you, lately, I've been seeing a lot of black people post their Lego hobby on social media. I've seen a lot, especially through TikTok. I'm seeing a lot of new faces. I'm seeing a lot
Mhm.
of names. I'm trying to see,
I hear
I'm
that.
seeing a lot, right? I go to BAMs and I see black people going to BAM buying buying Lego stuff like that. I go in the Lego store and I see black families, so I see it. Before it was like far few in between, but now we're here, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, like maybe those families or those newbies that are just into the hobby don't know about like what we're talking about. Like, I mean, they haven't reached that chapter yet. And
Right.
so like so they wouldn't know, like, hey, look, I would like to buy some black culture that had a lot to do with Lego. Like, how do I get some black culture that has a lot to do with Lego? Like, I mean, like and here's the thing. I think Lego should open up a line of cultural sets. You know, you know, 1 month do something black, 1 month do something Asian, the next month do something Hispanic, next month do something French, do something, and you just keep going and do 12 months of it and then do something else the next 12 months. But you know what I mean? Um, so I think that would tie in a lot of loose ends on this.
You know what? And I know Lego is listening because they always listen to what we say. Um, you don't even need to do an entire line. I remember there was a thing that's called GWPs,
Yeah,
gift with purchases.
there you go.
I remember they had one with Amelia Earhart.
Yeah.
They
That's
did one,
American culture, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's American culture.
and you get that set. You don't need to buy no airplane sets in order to get that.
Yeah.
You spend your money like how you would usually do. Here's a free set. Here's a bus of Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
or something small.
Yeah.
You give that away like, oh, okay. You crack that thing open, and maybe there's a little booklet that tells you a little bit about that history.
Yeah.
But we live in a culture now that DEI is now a thing where we want to learn that extra stuff. We don't want you to be poisoning our children with that stuff. So now you get that problem, and now Denmark is all the way like, hey, we don't want that. We don't want that smoke. So we just gonna keep on putting out sets, and we ain't gonna try to ruffle the feathers of. I don't know, man. It's frustrated, man. It's really frustrated, man. And because we have these platforms, we're not just regular Lego builders, and no disrespect to any of the like Lego builders out there, but when it comes to where we came from, being on Lego Masters, there's only a handful of teams that's been on Lego Masters. I mean, if I could think off the top of my head, there's about 10 of us
Hmm.
out of 100 plus Lego Masters from just our season alone.
Yeah.
And crazy enough,
We got the most.
globe,
Our country has the most out of global, right? And it's it's a big puck in the butt, man. Like it is. It's a kick in the butt, man. To even think about it, man. And here we are, 2025, and we're still talking about race. Like I mean, like, and that's the double bell, right? I'm gonna give you the two bells because you don't went over, but we're still talking about race and issues like this, and you want to be a part of the club,
yeah,
but I mean,
you want to be part of the club, man, but you ain't got no membership.
yeah,
We need memberships, man. We need more people to talk like this. We need more people to say something. We need more people that's sitting at the table.
yeah.
Huh? We got people who don't got 5 minutes to spare that they could be doing all this other stuff.
And they're
We
spinning records. I'm gonna say it this time, they in there spinning records, singing karaoke.
we we ain't
I ain't
got
worried because he
to
don't watch this, so I ain't worried. What I'm worried about. I ain't worried about. He don't watch this, so like I'm too busy spinning records and singing karaoke. All right,
Listen,
next topic. Ready, set, Lego. Watch out, the 22 fake out. So it's October 1st.
yeah.
The Death Star is out.
Hmm.
And everywhere you go, people aren't standing in line for it. Maybe a few. But you see our good friend Tiago, and I love Tiago. I met him in Chicago, I believe, and we talked for a little bit. great reviewer. He's a Lego reviewer and Lego ambassador. And I'm gonna say like this: look, I'm very thankful for the opportunities I have with land and the things that they give me. Everything they give me, from opportunities to actual Lego and stuff like that. I'm very thankful. But like, there's some that get a lot of stuff, right? They get a lot. And there's some that get just, just a moderate amount, right? I feel like I
Yeah,
got the moderate amount, right?
crumbs.
There's a few that's gotten a lot, but
Mhm.
you don't get that one thing, you become heartbroken. And then you make a video of you standing in line or trying to find a line to stand into, and ain't nobody. It was no line. They rolled the daggone metal doors up, and he walked in.
He out here taking the fuck.
He he
Out here
he
taking the
he
fuck.
he he in there before the manager get in. And so
He opened the store. He
he,
opened the store.
yeah, he opened the store himself. Like, he had the key and walked right on in that jump.
Yo.
So the dude is
Oh
talking. The dude is sorry. This dude
yeah.
is talking in foreign language, but Tiago is like, he basically is translating what the guy is saying, and he's
Right,
basically
right.
telling him, look, we're not selling this set October 1st. We're going to sell it on this release day here, which is October 4th. And so he
Mm.
he a little bit disturbed. Here's why I'm making light of this situation, right?
Yeah, tell us what, man. Tell us what.
So Tiago is a part of the land, like I said before. Even if Lego doesn't give you this, right? If Lego doesn't give you this opportunity, you still have the ability to fill out a form and say, "Hey, I would like to receive this set after the release has happened." And Lego will send you that set. Now you got to do your work and do your video and stuff like that. That's how you pay Lego back. You put it on your channel, and it grows from there.
Right.
So it's still free to him. So why would you spend $1,000 for something that you can get for free? I want to say, I hate that word saying free. You can get it gifted to you. Why would you spend $1,000 if Lego, like, all you have to do is fill out the form, and then when they send it to you, you do the work that is required to receive that gift. You do the
Hmm.
work, like you make your social media, and you put your reviews or whatever you're gonna do with that set. You work it, and then you put your work and you post your work, and the set is paid for at that point because you put your work in. Um, so why would you pay $1,000 to stand in a pretend line? I don't know. You could tell this was good, man, because I didn't even hit the time clock.
I don't I don't pretend to know what y'all land members be doing, what y'all be talking about, man. You know, I worked at a corporation for
Mhm.
over a decade. And we there was a whenever we had new promotions or a new plan or a new product that was coming out, we were told, this is the verbiage, this is what you got to say. You got to make sure you are a company man. You stay the line. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate the video that Tiago made, because it is a fun video
Yeah.
showing the day in the life and everything like that. But and I'll use the word that you use, gifted, because now I'm seeing all the content creators putting hashtag gifted on everything that they
Requirement. It's requirement.
is requirement.
It's
That's all
being transparent. It's being transparent. So
they're being
I didn't stand in line and pay $1,000 for the set.
right. But at the end of the day, you get in the set.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to dedicate your time, your resources to make the video, to
Yeah.
build the set, to give an honest review, you
Yeah.
know. And this, I just and everybody got their own tastes.
Hmm.
Everybody got their own tastes. But I'm telling you, man, I don't want to see this trend in content creators where they're told by the mothership, for this set, we need all positive reviews. For this set, give an honest review. We don't care what you say about this set. We don't
Hmm.
care about this set. Because recently, I watched a content creator gave a glowing review for this $1,000 set. And
Uh-huh.
at the end, they were like, "Would I spend $1,000 on this set? Probably not, but it's a great set."
Yeah.
And in the same breath, bashed another set that wasn't Star Wars.
Yeah.
Totally bashed another set, dragged it down through the mud.
I'm
And
gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. Like another factor that it is, I don't think it's so much like you said, the mothership is directing the ducks which way to go. But what I think is that the people who got the set, the people who got the set actually sort of reveal on that set. Like if you go to the Lego house, they
yeah,
reveal
yeah, you see it.
and also what they do is you have an opportunity to interview the artist, so you get to see the set and interview the artist. So if that is an inclusive thing for you to do at
Right.
this point, you know you're gonna play ball a little bit, right? You're gonna
Yeah.
be honest, but you can play ball because you're getting these opportunities. Now if you're a bad apple, when I say you're a bad apple, meaning that you get these opportunities and you say, oh, this set sucked. Why it sucked? I don't know. I don't like it. It just sucks. Like everything's terrible about it. I don't know. Well, you know what? You're not giving constructive criticism to what sucked.
Hmm.
So at this point, we're gonna pull these opportunities away from you because you're not giving us, hey, give us some constructive criticism. So I think that you get to a point where I know that Corey done made a Lego Game Boy, and I interview him about. I got a exclusive interview with him about his Lego Game Boy, and I get to see it first before anybody else get to see it. And he's telling me everything. I'm a little bit biased because I got first hand. I got a ticket in the seat, and you giving me the show, so I'm gonna be a little bit biased. Now that's a human nature. It's like, all right, cool. I'm getting firsthand information. You telling me, so I'm be a little bit biased about my review because I got to see this before you,
Hmm.
and so you got to be careful with that because like I said, like we said before, you got viewers that want you to be honest. Tell us, because we depend on you for an honest review. And if I'm being biased because the design is my friend,
That you're not a good steward. You're not a
no,
good steward in delivering, this message. And again, I got no beef with any content creator, with any land member. You guys are doing a great service because there are people who don't know Lego, and
yeah,
they will see your review. They'll see it on TikTok. They'll see it on Instagram. They'll see it on, wherever. They'll see it and they'll say, "Hey, you know what? I want to get that set because of this person right here." And I get that. I truly get that. But the problem here is, if you're a land member, why the heck you going to the Lego store to get anything?
You
I
know
mean,
what? It was fun to see Tiago. See, I ain't never seen Tiago post a video like that before. Never, never.
why are you taking the food out of my mouth when you got a whole daggone kitchen full of it? Why are you taking the food out of my mouth? I'm not in the land.
If anybody was gonna do that, I mean, I'm in land. I probably should have did a video like that, right? I probably should have. I probably should have did a video like that, right?
Yep.
But I didn't because I knew that if I wanted that set that much, all I have to do is ask somebody from there, and they'll make sure I have that opportunity. So that's what I'm very grateful for the relationship I do have with them. I do get a lot. I do get a lot. Do I get everything? Nah. You
No.
know, some things I don't get. I'm a little bit like upset. Like, man, I didn't get that. Man, I wish I could have get that. I wish I could have got that. I still could get it. I just didn't get it before everybody else did. So like I'm not hurt about it because I could still get it.
Mhm. I get that, and I can appreciate that. And, because you guys put in a lot of work, so y'all deserve that extra perk. I get that, but daggone, why are you taking the food out of my mouth? Why are you standing in the line to get a set that you could? Hey, yo, I want that Death Star. I got some good content. I'm gonna make for that. Yeah, thank you.
Can you imagine that you see this dude walk into your Lego store? You are the cashier, and he walks as soon as you lift the gate up, he slips right under, and he headed right to the cash register. Just
These are not for sale. Not for sale. I just
So
like
you explaining to this dude in your native tongue, you explaining to this dude that the reason why that you're not gonna get him on the first and you're gonna get him on the fourth, and he's sitting there with his phone translating. You talking to me, I'm translating to everybody else, and it's like, but man, look, to me, this conversation is gonna stop because whatever you
yeah.
got going on over there, I don't want no parts of that. Whatever you going live, and he posted it on his channel.
Nope.
But he knows that he did that. And kudos for him to finding a way to be creative with your channel. So you're not so mundane, right? And
Yeah.
so
I need that.
it was funny because he looked like he was one of the daggone Law and Order lawyers, just sliding right up there, and he looking at his camera translating. Oh man, he ready to he ready to be judge and jury here in a minute.
Listen, man, I saw that video, man. I'm just like, yo, the dude in his car gets it there. He's all up in the dude's face. It's like, I want this set. I'm like, bro, you talking to the wrong people. You know who you need to be talking. You should have did a video of you in your car on the phone. Be like,
Boy,
yeah, I'm heading to the Lego store, but before I get to that
I'm
Lego
sure.
store,
I'm sure that set is on its way to his house. Like I'm sure. They get ready to send him one because
like,
he's a good reviewer. Like he is. And here's the thing: do you get everything you're supposed to get? Everything? No.
and that's fair.
It's opportunities and the land. With the people that they have, they send these gifts to everybody that they can, but they don't want everybody getting everything all the time.
Right. Because
So
if you do that, then it just it kind of takes away the I guess the uniqueness of this opportunity
yeah,
if everybody's getting it. But
yeah,
again, and we talked about this before, like maybe certain content creators should be reviewing certain sets.
hmm
That way everyone gets a piece of the pie. Because
yeah,
right now, perception is key, and the
yeah,
perception is this particular dude, he gets a big piece of the pie. Why
yeah.
you trying to take the little morsel out of my mouth, trying to spend that $1,000? Let me buy that. Let me buy that, man. You good? All those other sets I wanted, and I could that Black Pearl. I wanted that Black Pearl. I've
A
been
lot
to
of people on
4
that
different.
bro. I can't get that thing yet, man. I got plans for that thing, and I can't even get it. I can't even shoot. I can't
Bro,
even shoot my content because I can't even get a box. I
I'm
can't
in a
get
different. I'm in a different country, and I went to a Lego store in a different country, and they don't got it.
That burns me up too. We should have talked about that. Like they Lego make these like blockbusters releases, but they don't make enough sets for the releases. So don't release it unless like a place shouldn't be get sold out. And I said this. I said this to one of the managers. Like if I come to the Lego store on the first day. And I wait in line, and I'm the 20th person, and I get to the cash register, and you telling me you sold out of the Black Pearl, and you tell me, well, we only have 4 of them. Well, why you only got 4 of them? Why do you only got 4 on the opening day? Yeah, we only could get 4 of them. Why? You might as well not put them jokers on the shelf, bro.
Yeah, what you should have did was listen. We got 40 sets. They right here on the counter. We're gonna raise these gates. Whoever gets to them joints first can take them home.
Hey,
Straight Black Friday
hey,
style.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if it's a race between me and Manny, I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna win every time. When we did that cut in half challenge, I was beating my man to the mark every time. Every time.
So
I was running so fast that he punched himself in the face.
and my knucklehead brother, you know what he did? He went ahead, he ran to the other side of the room and grabbed that daggone pinata. That ain't nobody was running in that direction. Ain't nobody care about that daggone pinata. Travis going to grab that pinata. I could have choked.
Put that thing down. Put it down.
Could have choked that boy. I'm like, man, what you doing? I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, well, we going home. I don't do on this. Man, oh man, listen, man. All we saying, man. Yo, man, Diago, man, keep the great content coming,
That
man.
was good, Tiago. I'm teasing you, Tiago. I'm teasing. That
Keep the
was that
great
was that
content.
was funny. You need to do more like that. That was funny. That was very funny.
But if I see you do a video with that daggone $1,000 joint, I better not see a receipt next to you saying you spent $1,000 on that
Wait a
joint.
minute, you say you don't want the man to buy
No,
it. You should get the
no,
job.
because he's
Hold
part of a
on.
network. He's part of an ambassador network. You you are in the
I
inside.
understand that, but I be going there buying stuff like that Game Boy. I had to go buy that Game Boy.
See, and that's the problem, man. Once you're part of the network, that's like you being an employee and they told you, yeah, you can't get an employee discount.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be employee because the Lego employees have to wait a whole month after the new releases to actually buy it.
See,
They won't let them do it.
where's the line, yo? Where's the line? Where is the line? Yeah, Lego Masters
That's
that brought
quality.
more
Honestly,
people
that's
in.
quality control. Really, like quality control is that your patrons get first access to your product, and then everybody else come after. So that's quality control. I can understand that.
Listen, man,
That's business.
this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I'm over here doing my research, man. I'm just gonna share this one little thing, man. Then we can close this thing out, man. Listen, um, I'm gonna pull up this slide real quick, man. Let me tell you something, man. Lego Masters, man. Lego Masters has significantly helped the Lego group by boosting sales, driving interest in the brand, and increasing consumer engagement and creativity. The
Mhm.
show has directly correlated with spikes in Lego sales, with one reporting noting an 89% increase to Lego that happened at the launch of Lego Masters, more specifically, Lego Masters Australia. That is when the spikes start to happen. We followed up with Lego Masters US, and then people got back into Lego, got back in the Lego stores to purchase Lego because of Lego Masters. Ask me if I get a discount or if I get any free sets from Lego on a month to month base. I ain't get diddly squat, and I helped bring Lego out of where they were to
You know,
where they are today. I
you
was
know,
one spoke on that daggone wheel, and we don't get not one thing. Lego,
you know, you get more bees with honey than you would get vinegar. I'm sure your grandmother told you that.
you sure did. So what you say, man? I got a bowl full of vinegar.
Yeah, you got a bowl full of vinegar tonight.
Oh, I'm trying to work with honey, baby. I'm trying to work with honey,
Well,
man. Oh man, you know what, man? At the end of the day, we could laugh, we could cry, but we are very, very humble by the opportunities that Lego has given us, as a brand, as a toy, you know. We just asking for some more. We just asking for
uh-oh.
fairness. Get us some more sets that focus on Black kids. Get us some more, ambassadors that look like us.
Yeah.
Make sure that the piece of the pie is getting divided equally instead of just one segment of that ambassador program getting all the sets and doing all the reviews.
Yeah.
Let's get some more people in there.
But I say on the other hand of that too, man. I'm down. I'm down with receiving, but I think we too like that's what I said. Clear your schedule for next year. We'll go to Scareback for
Yeah.
media fan weekend. You'll be my plus one, and so
Um,
um and we'll go there and I think that's what it is Lego and the land don't mind giving, but at the same time they want some feedback on what they're giving, right? So in order to get that feedback, you go to these events to show there's a show of interest there, right? And even in the 4 years that I've been around, 4 years I've been around the land, I haven't gone there. It's so like I just plane rides is a little sketchy for me, even though I've been going everywhere. I've been taking these short flights. I ain't taking a long one. So I'm gonna go with you.
I'm not gonna hold your hand though.
I don't even gotta do all that. You guys ain't gotta do all that. Just give me the Mr. T treatment and just go ahead and gas me and let me. You
Yeah,
help me just go ahead and put the gas mask back on me, put me back to bed, right?
yeah.
Put me out.
Nah, he good, he good, he good. He gonna take this little nap. He gonna take this little nap real quick.
That's all you gotta do for me, man. That's it.
Listen,
And
man. Next year we gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it, man. San Diego Comic Con, we're gonna do that.
yeah,
Scare back, we're gonna do that, man. We're gonna get out there, man.
yeah, we do the San Diego Comic Con. We do a scare back,
Yeah,
and then we'll build our own. We'll build our own way.
yeah. That's what we've been doing. So
Yeah.
let's keep it going.
Yeah,
Keep it
man.
going.
Yep.
All right, brother. So you are in where are you? Where are you?
I'm in Winston Salem, North Carolina for 2
Mhm.
days. I get to hang out with the BAM, the local BAM store tomorrow, and then Saturday I'm doing the Carolina Classic Fair, where they're doing a live Lego build, and I get to be a brickmaster for the
Mm,
day, and get to hang out with some folks and watch some builds and stuff like that. That's gonna be pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It almost feel like what I did in Denver, like where they did the live build outside, and so it's gonna be fun.
cool, man. Cool. I mean, you're gonna be a brick master, man. You gonna call up some friends to give you some advice.
Nah, I'm a FaceTime you while I'm DJing and spinning some records and singing a little karaoke.
Hey, man. At the end of the day, man, people need to do some. Gotta do some stuff on the downtime, man. People gotta do stuff on their downtime, man. Listen, man, we taking over the world, man. I'm running Canada, man. You running America right now, man. We gonna keep good. We're gonna keep it going, keep it grinding, people.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
But you know what, people? At the end of the day, we talk a lot of stuff. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs. And
Yeah,
sometimes it comes off as a little insensitive or even sometimes disrespectful. But you know what? We always tell you we're going to try to do one thing, and that is do better.
yeah.
We're
We'll
gonna
try to do better next time.
next time.
Good night, America.
Good night, Canada.
There's a first.
I'm coming back. I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen.
No, you self-deported. You did.